And welcome back to another session of Gaming with God. I'm your host, Grumpy Old Dude. And today we'll continue with our fifth adventure, our fifth patrol in our U-boat playthrough. We are trying right now to evade discovery from these folks so that we can move, on these folks. And before we can move on them, okay, now I've frozen up here. We need to make sure we get away from these guys. Come on, computer. Catch up to us here. Any day now. Thank you. Not sure why it's doing that. Actually, I have a pretty good idea. Got way too many tabs open. Okay, they are moving solidly away. We are going to go ahead and surface. It is dark 100, so visibility is severely limited. See? Of course, so are our fuel supplies. That was a mistake. Okay, that convoy is gone. No air reserves. We're on the surface, for Christ's sake. Okay, make sure that I got everything turned back on now. I don't need to. Whoops. Here we are. Let's run our compressors and get our compressed air tanks refilled. Okay. Put our radio man on the radio instead of the hydrophone since we're on the surface. And then we'll pick up this radio message. Okay, AM 899, east-northeast at 7 knots. Oh, that's the one we just let go of, yeah. Oh, we might have got that inside our patrol zone, by golly. That tonnage could count toward the campaign mission. That'd be nice. If you want to run on the surface down here, we had a 5-mile plot. We'll run for probably 3 of those. Bring us down to 2 miles. Then I'm going to give my radio man coffee again. The reason for doing that is we're going back to periscope depth. And I want him to see if he can locate this other convoy that was out here, this other group. Oh, it's much farther away than we thought. Much farther away than I thought. Let's see if anything else shows up here. And it does not. So we will go back to the surface. Run the air compressors again. What's this red thing keeps showing up here? I don't see it now. Okay. We go back to the surface. We're going to keep our speed low to preserve our fuel. We have a 9-mile plot. We're going to run for 7 of those. Put him back on the radio. We're going to run for 7 miles here. Bring this down to 2. You're still in our zone. That's good. So we are getting a little bit more mileage here. And if we do say something, it'll count toward the campaign mission, which I think we've achieved. Maybe not. I don't recall. Okay, almost down to the 2. Oh, shit, aircraft. He flew right over the top of us. Let's get dived, guys. And there he comes around again. Change our course a little bit here. We're a little bit deeper. So that plane can't hear us. It's a little unnerving. We're going to hold this for 1 mile. Here we go. And let's go back to something approaching our original course. We've offset for a fair distance. And let's get our radio man some more coffee. Hydrophone guy. Let's try and find this group. Go back to periscope depth. Seem to have shook the plane. That's a good thing. And well, how close? See if we can isolate this guy. Trying to find him. And we find him. There he is, 4 miles ahead. All right. Putting back on the radio for a moment. We have a possible target. Is it an eligible target? See, that remains to be seen. Get started on that. Position ourselves for a better torpedo shot if we are an eligible target. Yeah, I know. I don't think there's... Oh, there's another one out there. There's a large convoy up there. All right. Let's let this guy come into visible sight. Not quite 4 o'clock in the morning. So it is dark 100 hours. Looks like he is probably not an eligible target. Swedish. Okay, we are going to let him go by and not give up the fact that we're here. I'm going to move toward this guy. Not going to bother that Swedish boat. Just let him go right on by. Oh, there's something else here. Those are both Type 7Cs, those more subs. I changed my course here. Oh. Duh. I'm still not moving, that's what happened. Okay. Let them go by. Now we'll surface. We have an 8-mile course plot. Oh, that's the engine showing up there. That's what that is. There is that. And we'll put our radio guy on the radio since we're back on the surface again. We'll run our 8-mile plot down to 2. Funnel smoke. And that's the one that we let go by. Not concerned with that. We'll run this plot down to 2 miles. Yep, compressed air's back up to 100. We're going to give our radio guy coffee for a 3rd time here. We have a ship closing on us. It might be one of the subs. Because we're not running hard. Another 2 miles, another mile. I think that's probably close enough, actually. Let's get to periscope depth. Get our communications guy on the hydrophone. Yep, that's another Type 7C. Yeah, I know. Oh, that's another one out there. Okay. Good for you. Oh, we got all kinds of stuff out there. Let's find this guy. Let's find him. Almost in hydrophone range. Why'd you go to alarm? We are at... We are at periscope depth. It is 6:01 in the morning, so our officers here, watch officers, just changed. Here we go. This is an eligible target. Let's back up just a little bit. Here we go. Yep, all stop was faster than reverse. What do we have? Oh, 7,000 tonner. Liberty ship. That a C3 type boat. Armed merchant. Yep. Nope, no guns. Gun mounts. Yep, there's guns. Yeah, we got ourselves an armed merchant there. And we have a 93% solution. We're just waiting so that my impact angle is more favorable. This is 7,200 tons. This is a big boat. Da, 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 da. 98, 99% solution. And right about there. That looks good. We're going to set... Oh, shit. I didn't reload my... Good Lord. 7,200 tons. We're going to go to a 3.5 meter depth. 4 meter depth. I can't believe I didn't bother to reload my torpedoes. Good God. The hell is my problem? Well, that's what happens when a couple of days go by between you doing things you forget. And that's not really a valid excuse. I should have checked. Get up here and get to reloading torpedoes. We are clearly going to put a couple fish into it. And hopefully neither one of them does. We're going to have not quite 90-degree impact angle, but it's going to be a good one. Perfectly acceptable impact angle here. Of course it was. Of course it was a dud. Let's get that torpedo loaded. He's still holding at 8 knots. He's still an armed merchant. Even with one torpedo on his side, he's still armed. He's not listing all that heavily. Okay, now he's slowing. He's burning or something because he's taking more damage. He's slowed to 3 knots. And he's taking more damage. Yeah, he's burning. He must be on fire sub decks. Yeah, below deck. Still want that torpedo loaded. And the one thing I'm not going to do is surface to engage it in a gun battle and take gun hits to my sub. He's down to 1 knot. He's in a bad way. Very bad way. Good. Now, since we're going to fire that one, you're going to load some more. I give him a little bit here and see if he goes down or not. Oh yeah, we moved in too close. Really? Okay, good. Seems like you reloaded that one a lot quicker. Now get 3 loaded. He doesn't seem to be taking more damage. I'm going to stay with a 4-meter depth. He should be listing. He's not moving now. It shouldn't take just a whole long time. We got lifeboats moving away. We got a ship that's dead in the water. heavily damaged. Here you go. Now she's going to go down. Now she's going down. Here we go. Get our comms officer on the radio to report that ship sunk. And let's turn to the south. From the Goonborg. I don't know if I can translate it or not. We'll find out. Massive smoke column spotted. It must be one of these groups up here. Well, we know there's a large convoy up there, so it's probably what that is there. All right, now I just threw us in a general direction to move on this other group, this other contact that was to our south. We'll go our 6 miles here. We'll do that, however, on the surface. There's the funnel smoke. Gonna run my compressors again. As soon as that's done, I need to continue reloading torpedoes. Okay, so that will give me 3 in the bow. I don't think I've fired a stern torpedo yet. I have. So that will give me 3 in the bow and 1 in the stern. What's this? Oh, that's that other sub, probably. And we are now running at 10 knots. It says interception is not possible. Is he running away from us then? No. An interception sure as hell is possible. Unless he's doing like 30 knots. Which he's not. All right, we will go now back to periscope depth. All right, and we've lost him, so we'll move our radio guy to the hydrophone. That's our friendly sub up there. 7 o'clock in the morning, so visibility is improving where it should be. As you can see, the daylight is spreading. Here we go. That's our contact right there. Current speed might be a trick to intercept him. Don't know yet what that is. You know, he's making a good clip. And now he's moving into hydrophone range to allow him to do this. Only up to 4%. Almost 8 o'clock now. We've been pursuing this guy for a while, down to a mile on our plotted course. I don't want to intercept him at this angle. That's a lousy impact angle for torpedoes. We're 14%, 15. He's still not in sight. Not in clear sight. Here we go, 23% already. This is going to be a long-range shot. He is an eligible target. I need to fire pretty damn soon because of the range involved here. It's going to take those torpedoes a while to get there. Here's 80%. That's as good as I'm going to get. 11,000 tons. This is a big boat. Tanker. High value target. Yeah, that's about the longest range shot I've ever made. Now we're going to turn. And I was going to get him coffee, but we're going to wait. Let's see what happens. The torpedoes have to run about a mile here. I think it's a big boat, 11,000 tons. Making 9 knots. Yep, he was moving at a good clip. Looks like we're going to have a pretty decent impact angle, actually. Probably in the 80-degree range. Looks like they're almost halfway to target. Now this one, if it doesn't sink, if I have another dud and a damaging torp, I'll surface and engage with guns. This is a tanker. Lots of oil. High value target for subs. Oh, he's got a gun mount there. It might just be an observation post. You see, if I'd waited longer to get a better solution, I'd have a lower and lower impact angle. There's the two fish. There's the target. They're both going to hit. There's a hit right midships. There's one in the front. She's going down. She's going down. Put him on the radio to report that sinking. Run the compressed air tanks. And now what we need to do is our patrol mileage in the zone. We have gotten our tonnage and then some. Now it's a matter of the patrol mileage. So what I'm going to do is suspend the recording while I work on the mileage. And if I have another encounter, obviously, then I'll start the recording again. So we will see you soon. In the meantime, feel free to comment down below. Hit that like button. If you haven't already, click subscribe. And we'll see you real soon here. And we get a radio message from BDU at BE619, east-northeast at 11 knots. That's this group down here. East-northeast at 11 knots. So we're actually going to slow down. I want to pick them up in our box. I don't want to be outside. There we go. Yeah, we'll slow down and intercept them in our patrol zone. How much food do we have? 55 days. We're in good shape. At this pace, we have fuel for 4,600 miles. That's also a good thing. Okay. It says tiny group of 1. So somebody else may well intercept him before we do, but we will find out. Yes, I know I'm taking us out of the way of the intercept. Sub has gone missing. All right, speed up. You'll move in on the missing sub. Funnel smoke, tiny group. Let's see what the hell that is. Two miles distant. Let's hope it's not a destroyer out here in the middle of the ocean dinking around. It's not. Let me know what the hell that is. That is an armed ship. It is a Liberty ship. It is an American. We are apparently not yet at war with them. We will leave that boat alone. Still need to conserve fuel. Yes, we move in on this U-boat. 6 hours from contact there on that. It won't let me go to 1800. There we go. There's 1800. And my radio man is asleep. So he will bring my watch officer down to the radio. I'd force fed him 3 cups of coffee to keep him functioning overnight and into the day the way it was. He needs to sleep. Come on, Grumpy, get to the radio. Find out what BDU wants. Here we go. Let's see what BDU has to say here. BF 131, east-northeast, not moving. That's interesting. BF 131. Oh, is that? BF 149, BF 148. BF 13 would be clear the hell over somewhere else. I don't know where it's at. Okay. We go back to closing in on our stranded sub here that we've lost contact with. And we're getting pretty close, be it 1800 time compression. So we'll slow it down to 140. Oh, great. It's after midnight, so it's going to be dark 100 when we get there. Forgot to take Grumpy off the radio. Okay, we're within 2 miles, go to 48 times time compression. We are already at a head slow. Got a little more mileage done within our zone. That's a good thing. I don't see this. Oh, there it is. No, I don't see the sub. There it is. No, that's us. I'll stop. It's floating on the surface without a living soul in sight. Okay, Klaus should be up and about. Why has he got ammo? We'll send our radio guy. U-1007 is sinking. That's odd. What repair? Okay, that's me. Okay, the target is sinking. Where the hell are my two guys? Don't tell me they're on board. Incoming transmission from BDU. Got a radio guy there. Let me get the radio message. It won't let me get the radio message. Right, we'll force the issue here. Let's move you to the hydrophone and then back to the radio. So I know you're on the radio. Oh, can you hear that clicking? It won't pick it up. Okay, so hopefully I didn't lose my guys. Hagenod is not showing up. Oldorp is not showing up. Oh, have they gone missing now? Investigate the ship. We went to the ship and it sank. You want me to go back to the ship? I'm going to do this. I'm going to go back to the ship. I'm going to wait for daylight. We'll stop. Now we wait for daylight. Here we are, 9 o'clock in the morning. U-1007 is floating on the surface. Herman Oldorp is tired. I'm sure he is. There's my radio guy right there. Go. Team cautiously boards. This is going to be another one of those. I did send a team to investigate already. Sent a team. I have a problem here. All right, we'll replace him with Grumpy. We'll replace him with Wachter. And we'll send Allers. Now I've got 2 teams over there. Crew is back to the lost ship. Mine it. I can't mine it. Return to your ship. I don't have a sapper to mine it with. Okay, are these 2 back on board my boat? I suppose. They claimed it was floating on the surface. So let's man the gun and sink it. Since it wanted me to plant sappers, but I don't have them. And there is no sub there for me to sink. So we have a problem there, a glitch in that mission. I'm gonna save. Lost sub glitch. And then I'm gonna send a bug report. F11, I believe. Yes. Confirm. Okay, title. Lost sub. Target sub missing. Investigating. Crew members missing. Got a lost sub mission from BDU. Arrived on station. An investigating crew. A message sub was sinking. could not seem to recover crew. Sailed around and waited for daylight. Sent another crew to investigate. Was asked to mine target sub, but lack sappers. Recovered second crew and manned deck gun to sink target sub. Sub is not in sight. First investigating crew is not showing on board my sub. There. There we go. Lost sub glitch save. Send map. Here we go. This report could not be sent. Try again later. Okay, that just figures, doesn't it? All right. So we are going to abort that and just go back on patrol. And if something comes up, I will see you again. Okay, another BDU report. Small group of merchant ships at BF 742. Course is north at 10 knots. So they're making good speed. BF 742. It's down here. Northbound at 10 knots. Stop for a little bit. Here we go. I want them in our patrol box. And we don't have a whole lot of torpedoes left. Let's see. We have one stern torpedo. And we have one bow torpedo. Yeah, that's right. We don't have a whole lot of torpedo left. I did call for resupply. I don't apparently have a milk cow yet. Told me no resupply was available. Sink the ship. You got to let me. The ship's got to be there for me to sink it. Grumpy's still on the radio. I forgot to take him off of it. Let's see what this radio message is. Oops. BF 472, north at 14 knots. Excuse me, okay. They have picked up their pace. They have picked up their pace. Good Lord. Yeah, and Hagenau is not showing up as available to stand his watch. I'm going to have a lost crewman again and get him back when I get to port, I guess. Oh, BF 131, east-northeast at 0 knots. That's that same... BF 131, that's up here. contact U-boat. It is 5:30 in the evening. Let's get our radio man on the hydrophone. Let's go to periscope depth. Speed is ahead 1, nice and slow. Maximize hydrophone range. Let's see what we have here. So I am missing Haguenau and Old Dude. I am looking for this other ship down here that was going north at 10 knots. There we go. That's what I wanted to know. It is 6 in the evening. 7 nautical miles at 3 nautical miles an hour is 2 hours submerged to chase him down. More coffee for the radio guy. Here we go. That'll speed us up, moving across the water there. Run the compressors. I'm down a mechanic. I'm down a watch officer. We are now doing, or will be soon, doing 4 knots instead of 3. So not hugely different. Here we go, 5 knots. We will cover this 7 miles at 5 knots instead of 3 knots, taking just a little over an hour instead of a little over 2. It should leave us well in front of this convoy. And there's the funnel smoke. Radio officer missing. Where the hell is he? My crew seems to be largely AWOL. Says he's going to the radio, but he's been going to the radio for the last several minutes and hasn't arrived yet. Can I put him on the hydrophone? Will he get there? There's Meyer. But the officer has disappeared. Where is Osterman? Osterman is nowhere to be found. Well, there's Haguenau and Old Dude just standing around doing nothing. They won't respond. Wonder what happens if I submerge. Where the hell did my radio guy go? Oh, he'll drink coffee. He's the invisible radio man. That means I don't have anybody to man the hydrophone now. Isn't that wonderful? I don't need to turn that direction to intercept him. Let's see if I can lose the third officer. Grumpy won't go to the radio. Grumpy radio. Okay, I've got all kind of problems running here. Oh, great. It's a C3. And it is an eligible target. I can't pick anything up because my radio guy is gone. I do not know where he is. I want to look and see. Are Hagen on Old Dude still standing on the deck up here? Yes, they are. I'm not sure how that's possible. No, it's not possible. Obviously, it's a glitch. Okay, they know I'm there. They're zigzagging. Yeah, this is going to be fun. $800 tons. to 3.5 meters depth. It's a miss. It missed. See if that'll hit. Looks like that one's going to be a hit. Will it do enough damage to him to matter? Looks like it might. And Osterman still hasn't gotten to the hydrophone. And he sinks. Now, can I get Grumpy to go to the radio yet? Yeah, he's going to the radio. Of course, so was Osterman, and he never got there. See if I can report this sunk. Okay, I wanted to see my angle there. So what I'll do is head off over this way. Oh, Grumpy made it to the radio, so I do get to report that sunk. That's a good thing. 2 messages are queued. Yeah, there's no need in burning all our diesel fuel. We are now out of torpedoes. Just sending these 2 messages here. Here we go. Now I'm going to have Grumpy run the compressors because he seems to be, well, I've got Wachter, but he's sleeping. Seems to be the only officer who's responding, and then only sometimes. Oldorp and Hagenau stood on there throughout the submerged time, and they are still standing there now. That's interesting. Okay, so compressors are running. I'm going to finish out my patrol and then head back to port. If something comes up, we will see you soon. Okay, we have encountered funnel smoke. And whether that's a good thing or not, don't know yet. We'll find out. We moved up here toward where that contact that was going 0 knots is. Let's see. I'm out of torpedoes. All I've got left are deck gun rounds. We don't have torpedoes. Just identify the damn thing. That's all I want you to do. Should I be submerging to hide from a C3 right now? That's what I need to know. The transport of some sort. Don't know yet whose. NA1, it's a small one. Making 7 knots. It is an eligible target. Okay. In that case, Grumpy and company, man the guns. Move towards it. No need to speed up. We can just speed up time. It's a mile distant. Now he starts zigzagging. Oh. Shooting at it at this range is not likely to be real productive. No, not leave position. Damn it. Get back there. And now comes the hard part. Closing range without ramming into him. Because we can't steer from the deck gun. We can't give navigation commands from there. He's making 7 knots. We're now making 10 knots, so we are closing. And about 300 yards or so behind it. Maybe a little bit more. Let's take a look, see what we got now. Here we go. Oh, that was a low. Low. Yes, it is. Lots of smoke there from our deck gun, too. Here we go. Oh, no, not exit. I do not want to ram into it. All right, since you're my only responding officer, Grumpy, go to the radio. We'll report this ship sunk. There we go. And let's see if we can finish up our mileage requirements. Go back about your mission. Okay. Almost got our mileage done. Get me up to the 1800 time compression again so I can finish this mileage. And then I will hit the fast button to complete the patrol. There we go. Oh, there's our tiny ship that wasn't moving. Grumpy has decided to go to bed. Well, since he's the only officer I got who's responding, actually, Allers is a leader type. We'll bring him up here. Who's this guy who's not moving? Tell me what the hell that is, Allers. It is moving. It's just a neutral ship. Swedish. Swiss. All right, we're going to leave it alone. Almost have our mileage done. Allers went back to bed. Grumpy's asleep, so here we are in the middle of the afternoon, in the middle of the ocean, at war, with no watch officer on duty. Yay, us. Because Haganah and Oldor are standing around on the... Oh, great. Aircraft. Okay, aircraft run away. Oh, shit. Again. Let's just do this for a while. What do we make? We're making 5 knots, and we'll stay underwater for another hour. And that'll keep that Tingle Nuts airplane from fighting us. Gotta watch our air quality and battery life. We're good because we're going real slow. Okay, come back up periscope depth. Put Grumpy on the radio so you can send these radio messages that are all queued up. Here we are. Blow tanks, put us back on the surface. Let him resume those missions. Allers is awake, so we'll have him run the compressors real quick. And now we go after the rest of our mileage. We are running out of fuel. We're running low. Fortunately, at our nice low speed, we can go a long ways. Shit. Oh. We're not going to start racing around to try and intercept stuff. First of all, we're out of torpedoes. Secondly, we're almost out of fuel. I'm just trying to get these last miles done. Yeah, when that goes floating off like that, that's because I've got it set for the map edge scroll. And I've hit the Windows key to check the recording. Make sure it's recording when it's supposed to, or not recording when I don't want it recording. Come on, give me the mileage. There, we're done. Okay. This is the end the time compression. Grumpy on the radio. Here we are, radio patrol completed. Once that's done, we'll do mission complete. Because I've got officers who are, God only knows how they're stuck in limbo. 3 of them. Hagenau, Old Dude, and Osterman still hasn't gotten anywhere. So, mission complete. 2 days later, we're back in port. Yay! I know. Excuse me. 2 days later, it still says 2 days later. Here we go. Port of La Rochelle. Hagenau and Old Dude are still standing there. Hagenau ought to get a special award for holding his breath so long when we're underwater. And standing on the deck. Six, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 freighters and a destroyer. That's right. We had a warship we sunk. Sink the sub. Wasn't anything I could do. Okay. So let's do the first things first. Let's level up our officers. Check their skill points. Hagenau level up. Yay, him. Okay, get through that. Skills. None. Okay. Hagenau. Now response. None. Haulers. None. Old Dude. None. Osterman. Got a skill point. Telecommunication. They may also obtain medical training. Here we go. Apparently he already has that one. We'll do that one. And Wachter has a skill point. Now I have a sapper. Okay, so there's that. I have 1.9 reputation points. So what I want to do now, let's see. I want to see if I can recruit an officer. No, still just enlisted. Okay, now they may have changed this. In 128, you would once in a while get the opportunity to recruit an officer out of here. It could be that that has changed. I have not seen an officer show up the last 3, 4, 5 times I've checked with that. Why do I want to recruit an officer? Well, I want to send somebody to headquarters to start doing research. I don't want to give up my 2 lead officers, and this guy hasn't leveled up yet to get to where he could count as anything. There is, or at least there used to be, a skill here that let that officer count for any position when it came to headquarters. I don't see that skill anymore. Maybe they changed that. If they did, I don't have any need to wait. They did change it. Okay. So I don't have any real need to wait. And I'm going to use a reputation point here. Let's see. You used to have to send somebody to headquarters. Let's see if we can get this to work. Radar detectors, snorkels, armored conning towers. Oh, those require an engineer. Yeah, I have a leader type I could theoretically send. Here we go. Let's send. Anyway, those are all mechanic types. It says leader. Okay, let's do this then. Let's come out of here. Let's go to management. Let's go to Allers and unboard him. Now can I put Allers at headquarters? Here we go. Allers. So in 8 days, we'll have an aerial reconnaissance of that done. Yeah, while I'm doing that, since I'm limited to 7, do I have no? Here we go. No, I have a couple of engineer types that I could bring on board. All right, I could send thru into headquarters too if I spend. Here we go. Here we go. Let's spend a point. To send a second officer to headquarters. Here we go. Then we go into here. Now we start on torpedoes, and we do have an engineer. So there's that. Okay. I'm going to call it around here at this point. When we come back, we'll look at the crew management because I've added engineers. I've removed a leader type, so I've got to go through and reset that. We'll resupply. We'll get our next mission, and then we'll start Patrol 6. But we have wrapped up Patrol 5. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. I find it interesting that a couple of officers stood here on the deck when we submerged and everything else. That Osterman disappeared on board the submarine. Those have got to be glitches with some mods. I'm thinking the BDU mod. Since I think that's probably where that lost submission came from, is from the BDU mod. It came from a BDU message, so it makes sense that it would have come from that mod. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Click like, click dislike as you see fit. If you click dislike, I ask you to tell me what you didn't like about it. If there's something I can change that I'm willing to change, then I probably would. Click subscribe if you haven't already. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Have fun. Enjoy life. Enjoy the holidays. It's that time of year. Take care, and until I see you again, stay off my front yard. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.